Hello, my creepy poples. So Hollow Wheatley tagged me. Thank you, and I'll leave a link to her channel down in the description below. She's really cute and loves horror. She's my friend in horror, so I really think you should go check her out. And if you go check her out and you like her and subscribe, or even if you just go check her out and say hi, let her know that Creepy Corners sent you. So the tag is called My Life in Movies. And I will be reading the questions off because I have no memory. And that's really what this should be called, is My Life in Movies that I remember. All right. Question number 1. First steps. What is the first film I remember seeing as a kid? Well, I think because it's stuck in my head, I'm going to go ahead and say the Wolfman, the original black and white Wolfman. And I talked about it in one of my other videos. It scared me so much, and I just lost my mind and woke my dad up, and he had to turn off the TV. And I think I was probably 3, maybe. But anyway, that stuck out to me, so we'll say that one. Number 2, teenage crush. Which actor or actress did you have a crush on? Well, as a teenager, huh? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I've had a lot of crushes in my lifetime. Teenage crush. Let's go back to that one if I remember to go back to it. Okay, number 3, bad choices, good outcome. Name a movie you watched and enjoyed even though you thought you'd hate it. Oh, there are a lot of movies that my husband watches that I think, here we go. And I don't know why I ever doubted him, because he has really good taste in a lot of things, especially movies. But I think I probably thought that, I don't know, some of the older movies like, I don't know, Key Largo or something like that would be horrible and that I would hate it, but I really loved them. I love those old movies that he shows me. He's the reason I actually started watching black and white movies. All right, I'll go with Key Largo just because I don't know. Number 5, home. No. Sorry, rewind. Number 4, a little intimate. What movie did you see on a first date? Now, again, this has to do with my memory, and my memory's horrible. But and it wasn't our first date, but my husband and I went, I think it was maybe our second date, and saw The Others, which I absolutely love that movie. That is such a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. It's really, really good. And I didn't see the ending coming at all, and he totally did. I think within the first 3 minutes of the movie or something. He's one of those guys. Number 5, home comforts. What movie reminds you of time with your family? Now, I want to say a horror movie, but it's not going to be a horror movie. It's going to be The Three Amigos. My brothers and I swear we watched that movie. It feels like hundreds of times, but we know the lines, we know all the stuff, and then my mom loves it too. So that would be definitely a movie that reminds me of time with my family. Number 6, first heartbreak. What movie really upset you or hit you more than you thought? The Notebook. Oh my gosh. I watched that movie and did not see the end come in at all, and I swore I would never ever watch that movie again. That movie upset me so much. I cried and cried and cried. But then, okay, so I swore I wasn't going to watch the thing again. Well, then, flash forward about 3 years later, and it came on TBS or something, right? And so I thought, I've seen it. I know what's going to happen. No, I won't watch it again. I won't. I cried just as much the second time as I did the first time. Let's see. Leaving Home, number 7. What movie was the first you watched without your family? A movie that sticks out where it was just me and my friends, and I mean, I guess technically it was a short film, it wasn't really a movie, but was Michael Jackson's Thriller. That I remember. And I remember my family and stuff wasn't around, and of course, like I said, I used to have a really big fear of werewolves, and so when he started changing into a werewolf, I hid behind a chair. Number 8, Good Times. What movie do you watch the most and why? Now, this is up for debate because there are a couple movies that I watch quite a bit. Shawshank Redemption, and I know Dave doesn't like it, but Shawshank Redemption, I could watch that movie over and over and over and over and over. Uh, I also, if we talk about horror movies, well, no, not even. It's not even really horror. But Ed Wood, I absolutely adore that movie. I could watch, and I have watched that movie. It feels like thousands of times. I'm sure it's not really thousands, but I absolutely love that movie, Ed Wood. But for horror movies, what movie do I watch the most? Dusk Till Dawn, I've watched that a lot, mainly because I really like Salma Hayek in that, so I kind of go to that part where she's at the bar. And that movie really shocked me in that scene because I always thought it was going to be, um, it was a really cool movie to start with because, these two brothers and they're badasses and stuff. And I thought that part was really great. And then it turned on you and you're like, what the hell just happened? Oh, number 9, learn a new language. What is your favorite non-English film? That was whistly. I really like Pan's Labyrinth. I thought that was a really good movie and I thought it was very creative and very well done. But this is going to surprise you. Um, oh, what's it called? Oh no, I forgot what it's called. Blue is the warmest color. That's my favorite. Talk about a film that made me cry. Holy crap. Number 10, Can't Leave the Sofa. What series on TV got you hooked? I'm just going to tell you right now that I have sat and watched a number of different TV series, just one after the other after the other. Orange is the New Black, for sure. I binge watched that like crazy. I did that with Stranger Things also. Twin Peaks. I saw when you could get with Netflix you get DVDs. I would order all the DVDs and just watch them of Twin Peaks and just watch one right after the other and then my husband eventually said, I didn't think we were gonna sit here and watch all of them. So what'd you expect? Number 11, Sick Day. What movie do you watch if you don't feel well or to cheer you up? Okay, this is gonna sound a little bit weird. And I haven't watched it in a long time, but What Dreams May Come is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. If you haven't seen it, it's a Robin Williams movie. It is extremely sad, but happy. Um, and it, for some reason, it really does. Um, it doesn't necessarily cheer me up, but it makes me appreciate what I have. I don't know if I'm saying that the way I mean it, but it definitely it speaks to me on many levels, and I always cry every time. I'm sort of strange, Okay, number 12, looking to the future. What movies are you looking forward to seeing? I am looking forward to seeing it. I'm sort of sad though that I really am a huge fan of Tim Curry. So anything that you redo that takes Tim Curry out of the picture is upsetting to me. But I think it's going to be really good. It's going to be really scary. I mean, if the trailer says anything about that movie's going to be terrifying. Especially if you're afraid of clowns anyway, which I'm not, but I might become afraid of clowns. And then number 13, there wasn't a title for it, but I'm going to call it Living in the Past. I don't know why. Well, because of what the question is. What old movie would you like to see remade? Well, I'm going to have to borrow from what Hollow said, because she said a Jekyll and Hyde movie would be really good. And also an Elizabeth Bathory movie. So I'm borrowing that from you, because I think that's right. I'd also kind of like to see Salem's Lot redone. I think that would be really interesting. All right. And finally, number 14, End of the Road. What 3 films do you think you will always enjoy watching? Enjoy watching Rocky Horror Picture Show, Flash Gordon, and And I know I didn't talk about either one of those in my little answers, but those are 2 of my all-time favorite movies. And number 3, gosh, Ed Wood. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick Ed Wood. I mean, what a great movie, and what a, this guy, just was who he was. Plus, I really love Tim Burton movies. If we'd had a whole tag about Tim Burton, I could probably go on about those movies for an hour. Number 2, Teenage Crush. I was trying to think. I mean, I didn't really watch a whole lot of movies and stuff to have crushes on actors and actresses. But I really was into, hair bands and stuff. So I really only cared about that. I mean, I went to a lot of, concerts and things like that, and that was my focus. I didn't really have a crush on an. Oh wait, I just remembered. Now, was I a teenager? Maybe if I was 13. I don't know. Do you all know Brian Bloom? That's who my teenage crush was on, I guess. He was very cute. And he was on a soap opera. So, does that really count? I don't know. But there you go. All right. Who should I tag? Rosita. I know you'll do it, won't you? Won't you? Pink Glam Girl. I think you like that kind of stuff. Let's tag Black Death. I'd like to see your answers to this. If any of you watch me anymore, you're tagged. The homeschool family, Northern Ireland. I'd kind of like to hear your entire family's answer to this. I think that would be fun. Faye Blatcher. And Pavy Project. I'm going to tag a bunch of people. You guys are all tagged. And you're tagged. Danny, I want you to do this. Danny's Off Grid Flat. You don't have to. You already did a tag for me, so you don't have to. Debbie Stevens. I'm naming off all kinds of people. And I'm basically looking, I don't know, Nisha. Nisha, you don't really do tags, do you? You do very short videos. If you feel like it. I mean, all of you. If anybody feels like it, please do it. And if I didn't tag you, don't feel untagged, because you're tagged. If you're watching this video right now, tagged. Have a good night or good day or whatever, wherever you are. I will leave the questions and other stuff down in the description below. So I'll talk to you later.